Welcome to Hot Cakes. I am your host, Kid Bagheera, and this is episode 1, NFL free agency. We about to get to it. We about to let loose. I'm about to pour up, and I'm going to give you these hot cakes on this NFL free agency so far. It's been a wild day. I'm loving the moves. I'm excited about some of the moves. I'm scratching the back of my neck, scratching my head, shaking my head at some of these moves. You know, it just ain't making sense. You know what I'm saying? So, getting straight to it, I want to know what the fuck are the Chicago Bears doing? It was speculation that Justin Fields was about to get traded to the Raiders, and I was so excited for that because I'm like, he got to get the fuck out of Chicago. I think a lot of people feel that way, even like Chicago fans. Like, I don't know if they're feeling like he's not the guy or they just want to see him succeed somewhere else because they know right now their organization is a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Same way Giants fans feel like, yeah, we're sad to see Saquon leave, but we're also happy to see him not wasting away no longer in New York. You know, go try to get something because the next 3 years for him, if he is healthy, will be a lot better than they would be if he was in a Giants uniform. But anyway, back to the topic, back to the subject at hand, the Bears, because I got to take a drink on this. Because what the fuck are the Bears doing? Then they came out and said he was never available. So my thing is, well, where the fuck this shit come from? Niggas was excited. Fields and motherfucking Devontae? Nigga, what?
Wow.
Big as the what? Like, I ain't saying Super Bowl, none of that, because they are in the AFC West, and we know who owns the AFC West. Not only the AFC West, but the NFL. But anyway, like, so we ain't gonna go that far, but the excitement to see them two, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I think that would have kind of been like, you know, a glimpse of what we would have got had T.O. ever went to Atlanta when Vic was there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Fields is Vic. I think a lot of people would say Devontae is T.O. You know what I'm saying? But y'all get where I'm going with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, Fields is staying in Chicago for now. But the question is now, what they gonna do with that number 1 pick? You know, you're gonna get a defensive stud? Are you going to draft a wide receiver to go along with DJ? Like, what's going on here? Because, you know, it's some teams that need to trade up if you ain't getting a quarterback, or if you want to move off your quarterback and take our pick, hint hint, or someone else's pick, then you know you need to do that and see what's going on, because at this point y'all are really just wasting Fields at this point, and enough's enough. So what y'all gonna do with this pick, Chicago? I really need to know what Chicago gonna do with this pick. So for me, like I was telling earlier, at sitting at number 6, we can either trade for Fields or, you know, just give up, you know, whatever to go get Caleb at number 1 if they don't want to give up Fields. Because as a Giants fan, those are your only 2 options. I don't really believe there's any other quarterbacks left in free agency, not to say that there was ever that many. But again, we don't really know who's available via trade. But for me, go get Fields or go get the number 1 pick. Because sitting at number 2 is Washington. Number 3 is New England. We know both of them are taking quarterbacks. We know that shit for a fact. And sitting at number 4 is Arizona. Sitting at number 5 is the Chargers. We know both of them are not taking a quarterback. However, depending on how the rest of this free agency shakes out, who knows? Somebody might be on the phone like, AZ, like, look, I got this. What you want to do? Arizona sitting at number 5, like, shit, we could just really start over. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't really going nowhere with Kyler. Like, I don't think anyone thinks Kyler is about to win a Super Bowl anytime soon. I don't think anyone thinks Herbert is really gonna get the job done. So Jim could be sitting there like, I mean, we sitting kind of pretty at 5. We can get one of them. You know, they got the team, so you know what I mean. So we'll, you know, hey, it's a lot of questions. You know what I mean. Now I was told it's 4 quarterbacks coming out, at least 4, right? That's that dog, and that's gonna go get it. But sitting at 6, you don't want to take the last one. You want to kind of have your pick of the litter. You know you're not getting 2 or 3. So your only choice is to go get one. The Giants got to do it. They got to. You know what I mean? So I don't know what they're going to do, but I think at this point they know they're done with Daniel Jones. And that whole era is over with. You've already let Saquon go, so go ahead and get your quarterback. They brought in Singletary. That's a smooth move. They got a guard, I think, from the Packers. They got, I can't remember his name. His last name starts with a B, from Carolina. Extended him, so that's another smooth move to shore up the defense. So it's cool. Like, it's cool. They making some solid moves. Nothing to write home about. However, it's lining up for them to go ahead and go get that quarterback. Go get that guy. You can get all the rest of the shit in free agency or trades or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go get your quarterback, and then that's that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a lot of questions surrounding this NFL draft and the Chicago Bears, the New York Giants. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. So moving on. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Saquon Barkley no longer a New York Giant, now a Philadelphia Eagle. I'm happy about it because I got to be realistic. I know my Giants ain't going nowhere. So why should he stay there and waste the rest of his career? Would I have loved to see him play only for the Giants? Absolutely. Do I feel any type of way that he went to the Eagles? No, I do not. I don't. You know, you got Tiki Barber tweeting out or posting dead to me because he went over there. Fuck all that. Fuck Tiki Barber and anybody who feels any type of way. I get it. He shouldn't have went somewhere in the division, but I'm not a all the way hater of my division. Like, and when I say that, I'm thrilled that I'm a part of the only division that has 4 Super Bowl champions. Most divisions have 2. And a few are lucky to have 3. I think even the AFC North, they only got 2. I think the AFC North has 2, Baltimore and Pittsburgh. The NFC West, I believe they have 3, Seattle, LA, and San Francisco. So, and obviously the AFC West has 3, Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos. But we're the only ones that have all 4. So to me, it's like, hey, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? If they win next year, hey, bring the rings to the NFC East. You get what I'm saying? Like, that is the greatest division. They got the most rings, and all 4 teams have rings. Can't nobody else say that shit just from a division standpoint. And I get it, like, oh, they're the rivals, we hate them, yada, yada, yada. Like, look, bro. If I could just snap my fingers and have it my way, Jalen Hurts would be my quarterback, and Saquon would be there. And, hey, I'm good with that. Like, shit, I wish the Giants would have took him. You know what I'm saying? They should have took that chance. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, like, what is it? Alabama quarterbacks are not that good. They're really not. So I get it, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, y'all took Daniel Jones, like, And he's good, you know what I'm saying? He's athletic, but he just cannot get these turnovers together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, come on, man. Like, you do so much good only to fuck it up. So it's like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're out of here. You're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're done. But I'm happy for Saquon. I hope it works out for him. Wish him nothing but the best as an Eagle. And I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I would love for him to have finished his career there, play his whole career there, but it's good. I ain't even tripping about it. But moving on to Mac Jones. Mac Jones. Yes, he got traded to the Jags. I think that's a smooth move. Trevor Lawrence is starting to, seem a bit injury prone, and you need a guy that's going to come in and just kind of like manage the game, not do too much, not do too little. Mac Jones, I like I said, Alabama quarterbacks are not that good, so
tragic.
Yeah, I think he's in a good situation. He'll definitely get some playing time because Trevor's definitely going to get hurt, so. And I'm not wishing that on Trevor or anything like that, but like that's just the facts. Like, let's just be real about it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think that's a good move for Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good move for the Jags. Put someone in position to keep you going. So when Trevor does come back, it's cool. And if Trevor has to sit down for a whole year, you can win a Super Bowl with Mac Jones if you have the team around him. The Jags do have a very good team. So they could definitely do something with him. Like I said, he's going to manage the game perfectly, and it's good to go. You know what I'm saying? But moving on. Gardner Minshew signed with the Raiders. I gotta admit, like, that was very disheartening to hear when I thought Fields was there. Because I was like, well, what the hell they signed him for if they got Fields? And then finding out, Fields was never available and that wasn't real, So I was just like, I guess,
bullshit.
I guess it's just kind of like for now until they figure some shit out or whatever. But, yeah, no, like it's a huge no for me with that. But, we'll see how it goes or whatever. But, moving on to the Broncos and all their dealings, cutting and trading players and whatnot. So them trading Judy to the Browns, I think that's a good move for the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're definitely gonna be in the runnings for a Super Bowl and whatnot. So I think that's a good move for them. Add another weapon to the offense. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see what they can do.
Do that.
Deshaun is definitely on the clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's a year and a half out now. Like, nigga, it's time to show that you was worth this guaranteed contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the allegations, all that bullshit. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about any of it. However, I give a fuck about you getting this money and you ain't producing. Because it's another motherfucker I'm about to get to that just got a shitload of money and ain't produced shit, and I'm trying to figure out what's up. Like, I'm about to go get on the field my fucking self since they just handing out money. Like, because that's literally what they doing. Just handing out fucking money. You know what I mean? Like, realistically, I need to get about... And it's going to sound crazy, but it's really smart when you think about the shit, though. Get, like, 50 women pregnant. I got good odds to end up with 25 boys. And even better odds of at least 10 of them getting to the NFL. Some of them ain't going to go because some of them ain't going to be tall enough, this, that, and the third. That's fine, whatever. But with all the motherfucking money they shelling out in sports, like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that shit is literally an investment at this point. Because what the actual fuck? So, with that being said, I want to know what the fuck is Arthur Blank smoking? I got to drink on this. I got to, because I really thought this nigga was staying in Minnesota. So when I heard that this nigga was in with the Falcons, I'm like, what? They gave this nigga $200 million over the next 4 years. And I think either 100 million guaranteed. And this bitch ain't did shit in his career
Ain't
to
did
get that.
shit.
You giving this nigga top tier money for what?
For what?
Y'all niggas could have went and got Fields and gave him, 3/4 of that. Y'all could have gave him like 175, maybe even 150. Like 75 guaranteed just to see, bro. And y'all niggas ain't finna do shit for the next 4 fucking years. You paying a nigga $200 million to lose? What the fuck are you thinking? But this goes back to, I don't know who posted it, but they posted Vic on Seeley's body. I was like, until y'all do right by me, nothing good is gonna come by y'all. And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I really thought the Ravens was going to win the Super Bowl because they brought Ray Rice back. And they, they did that. I really thought the Ravens was going to win. And they should have beat the Chiefs. And they should have went on to win the Super Bowl because I don't know what the fuck is going on in San Francisco, but they just cannot get it right. I don't know what it is about San Francisco, but they have been to 3 Super Bowls and lost. And they got holes in the Kaepernick Super Bowl because the lights got cut out. And the Ravens had Beyonce on the motherfucking payroll and all that shit. But, hey, I don't know. San Francisco, I don't know. But I just don't fucking get it. Like, I really don't. Like, why the fuck did the Falcons go get Kirk Cousins for $200? Bro, you could have got Fields for half the price. And you niggas finna do absolutely nothing. That's the crazy part about it. Y'all in a trash-ass division and ain't finna do shit. The fact that Baker won the division last year is wild. And this nigga probably gonna win that bitch again. Like, that's how wild this shit is. Because Carolina clearly don't know what the fuck going on. Something with Carr is going on, and he ain't been right since that injury. That nigga was on a MVP caliber track, and then he got hurt. And he ain't been the same since. And I don't know. Like, some niggas just get hurt and they ain't never the same. It's like, and it's not even physically, it's mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, and then the nigga had an Achilles tear. I'm not giving a nigga 200 nothing. Man, listen. Now, a nigga like Aaron Rodgers, like, I can see that. Just because, well, nigga, it's Aaron Rodgers. Like, I get it. We get on his ass about the fact that he ain't never, he's won the Super Bowl, but he only been to one, and he ain't been back, yada, 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 right? But shit, he always there, and like, some of it ain't always his fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of it's not. But that's the nigga who you give $200 million that's coming off a injury. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he ain't on that whole shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, he is on whole shit, but then at the same time, he not on whole shit. Like, that's a nigga that you know gonna show up. And again, it ain't always his fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't pin all them losses on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kaepernick was handing that nigga losses like, what's up? The defense couldn't do shit with him. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of them is his fault. Like, the fucking Buccaneers, yeah, that's on him. I'm a blame him on that one. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, hey, that's that with that. I don't know. I'm going to take a drink on the Falcons because, boy, y'all might as well buckle up. It's going to be a very, very, very bad 4 seasons. I foresee it now. So I got to take a drink on that one. So, moving right along. Got to talk about this nigga Papa Russ. I gotta take another drink on this nigga. Cause Papa Russ, bro, hey. What kind of nigga is you, bro? Like, Papa Russ. That shit there in itself is just crazy. Like, the fuck you mean, nigga, Papa Russ? Nah, nigga, like...
Straight weirdo shit.
And I don't know, like, I ain't no stepdaddy, so I don't really know what I would want the niggas to call me, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But that shit just wild to me, that Papa Russ shit, bro. But anyway, this nigga should still be in Seattle. Let's just call a spade a spade. And he potentially fucked up the greatest team of all time. And this ain't no projection. This ain't no prisoner of the moment. This shit is real deal. Them niggas was unfucking beatable. Like, on everything. The defense is one of the greatest defenses ever. And you got fucking beast mode. That's enough said right there. Russ did his thing. He sprinkled in some shit here and there. We're not going to take nothing from him. But let's be real. If Von played in that Super Bowl they won, the score wouldn't have been what it was. The Broncos still would have lost, but they wouldn't have lost as bad. But the whole thing about it is, Russ, you don't throw that pick and you hand it off to beast mode, or even if you run it in yourself, y'all niggas is back-to-back champions, right? Cool. That's a select few. It's only a few who have done that. The Patriots, the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Broncos, the Steelers. I'm not sure if there's anybody else. But even if it is, like I said, that's a very, very, very short fucking list. Very, very fucking short. And I'm not even sure the Steelers did it. I'm assuming they did, but I'm not sure if they really did or not. However, the point is, now you in that class, right? Mind you, that third season, they got to the NFC Championship. But if you win that game, you're going to give Cam his money somehow, some way. So you don't lose those first two games, which means even though y'all still had the NFC Championship game in Seattle, which I don't even know how, when the Panthers went 15-1 that year. Or was it in Carolina? I really don't even remember. However, let's just say it was in Carolina. However, you win those first two games, y'all go 14-2, 15-1, whatever. Y'all might even go undefeated because now y'all got a different attitude. Y'all got a different hunger. Like, nigga, we about to three-peat. We about to be the greatest team of all time. And then y'all become the Chiefs before the Chiefs, right? Because the Chiefs, 9 times out of 10, are going to win next year, and they're going to three-peat, and they're going to be the first team to fucking three-peat. And whew, that's going to be some shit right there. But we ain't going to get into all that. We're going to wait on that. But the point is, Seattle wins that second one, they're going to win that third one. Based off the third season, they made it to the NFC Championship, and they lost it in like the last few minutes. So, again, you don't go 0-2 because Cam's not there. You go 2-0, and like I said, you do whatever you do. But you're going to win that NFC Championship game, and you're going to beat the Broncos again, even with Von. Even with Von. It doesn't matter.
It don't fucking matter.
In the story, greatest team of all time, and it's a wrap, bro. Like, it is a fucking wrap. And Russ never leaves, bro. Like, the second one, if he gave it to Beast Mode would have been the MVP. Cool. That third one, he would have been the MVP. Cool, nigga. Everybody happy. 3 fucking rings. It don't matter if you never go back or not. Y'all 3-time champions back to back to back. First and only team to ever three-peat in football. And that shit is wild, bro. That shit is history. And it's a wrap, bro. But now instead, you look like a whole fucking clown. You have literally the worst play in NFL history. You literally have the worst play in Super Bowl history. Like, I can't think of a more worse play. Like, I really can't. Like, let me drink on that, because I really don't know. I can't even think of a worse play in Super Bowl history. I ain't gonna say the worst play in NFL history, because there are a lot of dumb fucking plays in regular season games. But playoffs and Super Bowl, oh, that's got to be it, hands down. It's got to be. It's in the top 3. It has to be. It fucking has to be. And then you go to Denver and completely fucking flop. Now, here you are about to sign with the Steelers for a year just to see what the fuck happens. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what's the point? Like, Russ has completely fallen off. Papa Russ has completely fallen the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to my insider at the Steelers facility, and I'm asking him, I'm like, what you think about, what I'm saying, Russ and whatever. You know what I'm saying? He like, he think he'll be good, at least for like 2 more wins. You know what I'm saying? 2 wins in the regular season puts you in a different bracket come playoff time, which, you may get a win or 2 in the playoffs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll see, whatever. So, I asked him, like, what y'all gonna do with Kenny? He got to compete or back up. You know what I'm saying? Which is true. And I'm like, he don't really stand a chance. And that ain't saying much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't saying much. You know what I'm saying? Like, Russ fell completely the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? My insider D, like, he had no choice but to agree. Which he did. Like, because, nigga, Russ ain't Russ. Like, hey, Papa Russ need to really just retire and go be a daddy.
Say bye-bye, nigga.
Football ain't it no more. Now, he could surprise me and do something. Like, I'm rooting for Papa Russ. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still young enough to be playing at a high level. And it's like, well, what happened? But for me, with the Steelers, my thing is you should have drafted Malik and been done with the shit. Like, I don't even know why y'all got Kenny just because he went to Pitt. Like, that was some bullshit all in itself. So now I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, like, yeah, all right, I guess, my nigga, like, sound good. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of ain't really with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we'll see what the Steelers do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on. Whew, I got to drink before I even say it to the next topic. I got to take a drink. How do they say it when they're so excited? How about them Cowboys?
Trash ass niggas.
This shit is so funny to me because the other day, I went to my parents' crib and, Pops was watching sports talk and whatnot. And it was stated that this particular Cowboy fan, y'all all know who he is, the biggest Cowboy fan on TV there is. And not Uncle Mike, not Unc Mike. Was like, he's not worried about Saquon going to the Eagles. And, KJ was like, oh, you not worried? Oh, okay, sound good. You better be. But best believe everybody in Dallas is worried. They sweating bullets. You dig? And
what's your heart beating for? You scared?
I meant to call my daddy and get on his ass about it because, like I said, oh boy might not be worried about it, but best believe you better be worried about it. You know what I'm saying? You better be worried about it because, nigga, y'all couldn't even stop the nigga when he was with the Giants on a bad team. So what the fuck you think he about to do on a good team? And like KJ said, which I do believe, Kelsey's retired right now, but with this move, he might be like, hey, let's run it back. Let's go. Like, I need one more of them things. Like,
Oh, you best
I
be
can't
worried,
be
nigga.
the only brother with one ring. I got to have multiple. Let go. You know what I'm saying? And what better way for the nigga to really retire, getting a ring against his brother, stopping the three-peat? Like, oh my goodness. Like, can you imagine that shit? Like, whoo. Gotta take a drink on that. But yeah, we definitely gonna see. We gonna see what's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? He may stay retired. He may not. We'll see. But regardless, when it comes to these Cowboys, whoo, they best be worried that Saquon went to the Eagles. And on top of that shit, I just back it up. Like, what the fuck? Like, for the most part, the Cowboys do draft very well. But going back to that draft with Zeke and them, they should have never drafted Zeke. They should have drafted Henry. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that Zeke ain't a good back or nothing like that, but I just feel like Henry would have been the better fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we look at Henry's career, we look at Zeke's career. Like, there's literally no excuse for Zeke. There's no excuse for Zeke's decline. He has had the best O-line in football his whole career. If they're not the best, they're in the top 3 to 5. So, hell, you got the best. If you're in the top 5, you got the best. Like, let's quit playing. We're not going to play semantics with, oh, well, actually, they was number 2 this year. Or, actually, they was number 4. Like, we're not doing none of that. So, it's like, the fuck is y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? As an organization. And, like, we all know what the problem is. It's Jerry fucking Jones. He is the fucking problem. We know that. You know what I'm saying? You can't hire a cook and you want to cook. Jerry don't want to let nobody fucking cook. And it's like, bro, get the fuck out your own way. Just get the fuck out your own way. But, you know, with all that being said, you know, they cut Zeke. Now Pollard's gone. And it's like, but what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? So now this Derrick Henry move gonna be, whoo, and that shit may swing the pendulum one way or the other. Like, wherever he go, they may win the Super Bowl. It just depends where he go. But it's like, before Saquon made his move, it was everybody kind of looking at Derrick like, that's kind of like a luxury. But it ain't that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you as the Cowboys, like, you have to get him to shut down Saquon. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna say Saquon is better than Derrick. I think Saquon may be like a year or 2 younger than Derrick, so you might take Saquon for the long haul versus Derrick. But right now, I'm gonna take Derrick over Saquon. Derrick ain't shit to play with. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that Saquon is a scrub or anything, but I still just gonna ride with Derrick over Saquon. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, hey, you know, we'll see what the Cowboys gonna do, but 9 times out of 10, they are still gonna be the Cowboys. They're gonna fuck it up, and they're not gonna go to a Super Bowl again. And fuck a Super Bowl. They're not even gonna get to an NFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we'll definitely see what the fuck going on with it, though. You know what I'm saying? But that's that. I'm gonna take another drink, and I'm gonna continue to enjoy this NFL free agency. So y'all let me know what y'all think and whatnot, and that's that.